Hey everybody, it's Alex, better known as IB Crazy, and in my hand I am holding the all-new Dura-Spec antenna prototype. And as the name suggests, its key point is its durability. A bunch of you guys who are racing the mini multi-rotors find amazing ways to destroy equipment, and a bunch of you have asked me, Alex, can you make a more durable antenna? And the answer is, yes I can. So how durable is it? Well, let's find out. Let's go down the street to my shop and find all kinds of ways to try to destroy this. And well, we'll just see how much it can take. Okay, our first test of the Dura-Spec antenna, impact. Now, Mark happens to be sick today and he was supposed to bring in his baseball bat, so I guess I'm gonna have to use my tool, the good old-fashioned hammer. So I know a lot of people have found amazing ways to break the covers of these antennas, and so we're gonna try, well, smashing it with a hammer. I've got a prototype frame that I had made because obviously I'm not the best shot in the world. I don't want to destroy anything valuable, so there's no motors or anything on this, but I'm gonna give this a good hard swing into this background, and we'll see if the antenna survives. So here we go. There's the frame, there's the antenna, and there's the connector. That antenna is fine. Not so much for the right angle adapter, but the antenna actually survived. Oh, what the heck. Oops. Let's try, let's try this again. There we go. It's surviving. Wait on this concrete floor. Ah! Oops. Sorry, Chuck. Okay, I'm having too much fun with this. Ah! 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 Okay, I think it's safe to say that the cover isn't gonna break, but okay, I'm gonna break this. There's only one option. Come on outside, we're gonna break this thing. Okay, so I forgot to turn the microphone on when we did the last test, where we just ran it over with a car. So yeah, that means we're doing it again. We've already smashed this with a hammer, smashed it on the ground, and well, yeah, we're gonna run it over with that again. Okay, Chuck, come on back. Oh, and both tires. Go the other way. Let's do it. All right, let's see what's left of this thing. There it is. It's a little worse for wear. I was expecting to run over it once, not 5 times. And I won't say it's looking good, but it's still intact. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find a more inventive way to destroy these things, because this thing's just taking it. On to the next round of testing. Okay, so I thought the car was gonna kill this antenna. I already smashed it with this a bunch of times and slammed it on the ground, but yeah, I just feel like hitting it with a hammer again. But this time I used a little bit more durable extension cable. So let's try it again. The extension cable is actually holding up this time. That's good. I'm not this weak. Honestly, I'm not. We need to weight this thing down. That'll work. Let's give it a little inertia. This is getting fun. Finally! So we finally broke half the cover off to expose the internal dielectric. But you know what? That's not going to break either. All right, so now this antenna has survived being smacked repeatedly with a hammer, smashed repeatedly into the ground, run over by a car 5 times. So the next trial? Trial by fire. Thanks, Chuck. Let's move the flammable stuff away. So zooming in on this is what the antenna looks like after being on fire for about a minute. Fire's going pretty good, and I didn't think it'd burn like this. And this is what it looked like after 3 minutes of burning. It's still going, but as you can see, the dielectric is near gone. And after 4 to 4.5 minutes, well, the fire's out. Well, that burned for a solid 3.5, 4 minutes. Yeah, it looks a little worse for wear. Let's cool it off. Okay, folks, I'll admit, I don't know whether or not it survived that. But there's one way to find out. To the Vector Network Analyzer. Okay, this is what the antenna looks like after burning in acetone for about 4 or so minutes. Let's see if it works. Wow, it changed the radiation plot, but
what is that? 1.3.
1.3.
1.3.
Holy smokes, this thing just hit a 1.3 after being smashed, run over by a car, smashed again, and then lit on fire. Oh, excuse me, 1.25. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to my microphone here, but what I'm doing is hanging from the cable of the antenna and seeing how much it can take. I weigh 165 pounds or 72 kilograms. You can see I just about get myself completely off the ground, but finally the extension cable it's attached to breaks. This time I'm using a custom extension cable meant just to take a whole lot of tension, not really meant to do anything else. And finally, I'm actually able to break the antenna cable this time. Just for curiosity's sake, I decided to see if I could put the antenna back together after I had pulled it apart from hanging from it. To do this, I simply stripped off the bottom of the cable and then pressed it back together, and now I'm going to see if adding a little bit of solder to that joint will indeed repair it. I was happy to find that the antenna actually repaired quite easily. Now to test it. Upon screwing the antenna back into my Vector Network Analyzer, I wasn't surprised to see that the antenna in fact still worked. Of course, it's not perfect and not nearly as well tuned as it was before, but it's certainly usable with an SWR of 1.8. Here are some before and after photos of the Carnage. Admittedly, when I first started this, I didn't think the antenna would be this tough, but I'm pleasantly surprised that it is. I might be crazy, and keep 'em flying.